It's time for Ryan's Roses. Dear Ryan, Sissany, Tanya, a friend of mine says she saw my husband's car in front of his ex-girlfriend's house on a day he was supposed to be at work. And this is Giselle in Thousand Oaks. Let me grab her now to find out more. But Ryan's Roses. So we know the backstory. I want to just get to it here. A couple questions for you. Your friend, whom you trust, saw his car at his ex's house in the driveway, yeah?
Yeah, in the driveway, just in broad daylight.
Okay, and this friend would not be making this up. You believe your friend, and what do you think he was doing at his ex's house? Why was he there in the middle of the day when he was supposed to be at work? What do you think?
Sure. Yeah, and to answer your first question, that's my best friend, Leslie. I definitely trust her. I could trust her word for sure. Yeah, his ex-girlfriend, she's been around for a while. They were high school sweethearts, but he broke up with her about 6 months before he and I started dating.
Yeah.
And she has just been an issue throughout our whole
why an issue? What do you mean an issue?
She's like secretly still persistent about him. Like, I think, well, I thought he moved on because we're together, obviously.
Do they share a dog?
No, they don't share anything. It's crazy.
Could be that. I was thinking a dog. Okay, so she's persistent, meaning you don't think that she's over him. Then, to me, the real smoking gun here is that he was there and didn't tell you. Because if he was there on appropriate business or whatever reason, he would say, just so you know, I've got to stop here. Here's why. Or I was there. Here's why. I just want you to know, which is still kind of not okay. But the fact that you found out about it I get it. It's unsettling.
What kind of car does he have?
He personally has a Jeep Wrangler.
A lot of cheaters drive those.
No, well, it's also a common car.
No, I'm teasing. I used to have one.
Could it just been like the car that looks like his and your friend's
are you sure
mistaken?
it was his, or did it have like a bumper sticker on the back that said, this is his car?
Oh, it was definitely his. Leslie, absolutely. She's ridden in the car with me.
What's the ex's name?
Her name is Sophia, but he calls her Soph.
Oh,
What do you hate? Soph?
I don't know. It's just like, that's what he calls her. He calls her Soph.
Is she single, this Soph?
No, she has a partner currently named Dan, and she, says she was happy, but then this happens, and she's, been persistent throughout our relationship and our engagement. She's, left some really weird comments on our Instagram post.
Okay, got it. We'll get into it next. It's Ryan's Roses. We're in the midst of it. If you just got here, so Giselle's in Thousand Oaks, married 5 years, and she was told by her good friend, whom she trusts, that her husband's car was in the ex-girlfriend's driveway just a few days ago. And what we learned is that the ex-girlfriend she's in a relationship, we think, but has been a little persistent since they got married, like reaching out, still trying to have some sort of connection, which is fine as long as it's all transparent. It's okay to be friends with your ex. Okay to, they could double date with her new partner and the ex-girlfriend. Fine. It's all fine.
So awkward.
It's not, guys. It's not modern relationships. Would you please get into...
Unless you have to, unless there's like a child involved, then fine. But like if you don't, what's the point?
Okay, but
yeah, what's the point?
The point is, I'm trying to give up reasons that this could have been a thing that was fine. Apparently it's not. She was not... This is what I think. She was not told by him that he was going there.
Right.
And that's the cover-up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sneakiness. And... that's why we're going to make the call to her husband of 5 years. It is Giselle. And let me just get her back on the line here. You're about to hear us call her husband. Giselle, I just need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then his name. Go ahead.
Ryan, you definitely have my permission to call.
All right, we're going to do this. Be very quiet, Tanya, myself. Sissany will be talking to him to find out who he's thinking about when he's offered romantic roses. Her name is Sophia. Sophia. So who's he sending the roses to? All right. Here we go. Good luck. We're pulling them up now.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Corey, please?
Yeah, who's this?
Hi, my name is Debbie. I'm calling from 1,000 Roses. How you doing this morning?
Good, I guess, but I'm not interested.
Great.
So sorry.
Well, before you hang up or anything, we're new to the area. We're a new flower shop here in Thousand Oaks, offering a free promotion. It's a dozen free red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like. We do this promotion about once a month, and hopefully if you like our arrangements, you come back as a customer one day. But these are free. I don't need cash from you, credit card info, or anything like that.
Yeah, all right, I'll play along. How does this go?
I just need the name of the person you want to send them to.
Okay. Hey, do you want free roses?
What? No. I don't think Dan would be happy about that one. I'm good.
Hello?
Oh, all right. Sorry, yeah. Let me give them to then my wife.
Okay. What's her name?
Her name's Giselle.
Okay. And what would you like to put on the card to your wife?
I don't know. The best wife and mom on the planet. Love, Corey.
Okay.
Corey, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. Could I speak to Sophia, whom I hear in the background, for a second? Could I talk to Sophia? I have Sissany, myself.
I mean, it's definitely
Is
her.
Sophia, is that Sophia there? That is Sophia in the background, correct?
Oh my God. What?
So, Sophia, to the phone. Do you mind? Do you have a second? We're on the air. I want you to know that. Sophia, I want you to meet Giselle. Giselle is Corey's wife. Giselle, say hi to Sophia.
Hi, Soph. Oh, okay. I don't know what this is. Hi. Corey, do you know what's going on?
No. Who is this?
Yeah, Corey, your wife is on the phone, and you are with another woman who is your ex-girlfriend, who clearly is seeing a guy named Dan, and you offered your ex flowers. Where are you guys? What room are you in? Give me exactly where you are and what you're doing at this hour.
We're on our way to work.
We're not in a. We're in a car. We're.
You're not in a car. I can tell by the sound of the ambient background. You're not in a car. I know what the sound of a car sounds like on a mobile phone. Don't gaslit me, Soph, Ia.
I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, I mean, a car is a car. I have a quiet car.
I'm not talking about a car, Corey. Why don't you talk to your wife? Giselle, would you like to ask any questions about why your husband was asking if she would like to get flowers and why they're together at this hour in the morning?
Yeah, Corey, what you doing with Soph right now, alone? And what's the deal with the flowers?
I don't know. She's sitting next to me in the car, so I was like, I don't know. I got free flowers. Do you want them?
Why is she in the car next to you right now? Like it's early in the morning.
We're about to go to work. Here's the thing, Giselle, let me explain. We have been carpooling, but there is nothing going on. We carpool to work.
Why did he want to give you roses then?
Exactly.
And why would you keep
Sophia?
this from your wife?
And why were you worried about Dan? And okay, guys,
You guys are lying.
I just want you to know, I am certainly not a scholar and the brightest tool or sharpest tool in the shed, but this is clearly an obvious situation where Giselle has caught you red-handed, waking up next to Sophia, your ex-girlfriend.
Yep.
And you're cheating on her. And,
Yep.
and don't tell me you have a Jeep. There's no sound of a Jeep. I know what a Jeep. I had a white Jeep Wrangler in the day. This is not a Jeep background sound. So Corey, how long has it been going on that you've been cheating on your wife with your ex? Give me a number.
I don't know. I'm not like that's not like I just like sometimes like we're at work and we're in the parking lot just like talking, catching up as friends.
So now you're at
Oh
work.
my gosh, you're such a liar.
Giselle, I'm gonna move on from this. Would you like to say anything on the air before you handle this off the air? Because we're gonna move on, but your husband's cheating.
Yeah, I know that. And if he wants to try any more, just ask him how she got that new job that they carpool, quote, to together. And I'll believe myself even more.
Well, what's the answer to that question, Sophia?
Listen, Giselle, I was out of work and really struggling, and Corey he saw that there was an opening in his building, so he put in a good word for me. But listen, I know that you and Corey are happy together, and I'm happy with Dan. We are just friends carpooling to work. Like, that's what we do.
But why would he send you flowers? It makes no
And
sense.
he's not telling his wife.
He got a random call and was like, do you want him? Like, he just was confused.
Okay, guys, we've done this for 20 years. I'm not buying into the bullocks.
Yeah, don't.
All right, Giselle, you got what you need. I'm going to let you go. You and Corey get together and decide what the next steps are. And Sophia, please, you are not a good liar. Goodbye, everybody. A couple of, I think, firsts. A couple of firsts for Ryan's Roses. We just did it. If you missed it, I'll recap you. We'll come back to it in a second. There were some firsts here on Ryan's Roses. And the situation was Giselle married Corey, husband. She caught him and a spotting of his car in his ex's driveway. Turns out they said they were carpooling. And they the most telling thing to me was Corey, the husband, answers the phone. And his ex-girlfriend's in the background. And he says, after Sisney offers roses, hey, babe, do you want flowers?
Well, he didn't say babe.
I am, come on.
No, but that's a little aggressive.
I'm cutting to the chase scene. What do you say?
Hey.
Hey, you want these
Hey,
flowers?
Hey, you want
Hey,
these
would you
flowers?
like red roses?
But he didn't call her babe.
Either way.
It's an important detail that you just threw in there. It's leading the
guy-
witness.
And
The guy, just because you date a lawyer, stop with all these terms you don't even understand. And he's asking, do you want flowers? Then he says, all right, fine, send them to my wife. I mean, I have not heard that before where the other woman's there in the background and he's asking, do you want the flowers? Have you?
Right.
I haven't heard that.
No, never once.
And then they go on to say, well, wait, he gave me a job or whatever, and we carpool together every morning. But then, and they said they were in the car. I know what it sounds like to be on a
No.
cell phone in the car. That was not in the car.
I mean, it
'Cause
could have
then
been,
they said they were in
have been Bluetooth.
No way. There's like a fuzz.
It's not what it sounds like. Mary, do you understand what I have to put up with here? Do you hear? Like, I try and summarize to get to the point for brevity. And yet the two elephant minds want to go back and rehash every single word.
Summarized incorrectly. She was just correcting you. And by
That's
the
what
way,
guys do. That's what guys do. We see it. We
go
do it differently.
find
Anyway.
someone else if you don't
Okay.
want us here.
Oh my god.
Shots
To
fired.
work out, I think.
Oh my. Where's Lisa Fox? Is she around? Where's Lisa
She actually
Fox?
is going to come in tomorrow.
All right, fine.
You guys need a counselor where you are to work through some of this work stuff.
You know, it's not a bad idea.
Okay. Anyway, let's get to Mary in West Covina because she probably has a good point. Go ahead, Mary.
Well, I just think that Ryan's right. Like, they're not in the car. There's no way they're in a car. It just didn't sound like it. And his story kept changing. And then, like, I just keep thinking about her. Like, you can't go on like that when you're always looking over your shoulder at, what your husband's doing. It's too much.
Did you hear any empathy, sympathy, remorse, regret in the guy's
No.
voice? No, he's a
He was-
cold-hearted snake.
And he's been keeping this from
it was
his
gaslighting.
wife.
Awful.
She needs to look into his eyes.
He's a Paula Abdul hit.
We could sing
From
that song
RFM.
verbatim.
He's a
Oh my God.
cold-hearted
You guys
snake.
are on fire
Look into
today.
his
Is that a
eyes.
song?
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, that's
Oh
why
my
I said
gosh.
she needs to look into his eyes. Uh-oh. He's been
He's
telling lies.
lies. Okay. Tanya.
I've never heard the song. You can't blame me.
You've never
Mary?
heard that song?
No,
we
and
have
I'd like to
company.
take a
Mary's on the
poll.
phone.
Who else has?
Okay, well, hold for a sec. Mary, thank you. I agree with you because
Okay.
you agree with me, and I love you for that. And it never happened, so
thanks.
thank you
I
for
love you
calling.
too.
All right. Bye-bye. Thanks for
Okay.
listening. It's time for Ryan's Roses. The deal. Elise has written to us and says, my best friend swears she saw my husband walking on the beach with another woman. I don't believe her, but it's been bothering me enough that I think we should make this call.
So she hasn't talked to him yet?
Well, we're going to find Elise is on the line from El Segundo. Elise, thanks for coming on. So your best friend says they saw your husband walking on the beach with another woman. Now, you don't believe your best friend?
No. Well, yes and no. It's hard to say, really, because, look, it was the Friday before MLK, and the kids, nobody had school, and basically my friend was on the beach and saw my husband with another woman. But you don't believe your friend, you said. I do and I don't. See, I'm torn because part of me believes her, but I want to look. Part of me believes her, but then part of me doesn't because she's done this kind of stuff before. Okay, so back in college, I had this guy from high school, and in college that I liked, and she was saying he was cheating on me, and he wasn't. So no, I don't. I don't believe on her. I don't. But I'm not sure.
Have you talked to your husband?
Well, okay. So I saw when he came home the day from MLK, he came in and from work, and I didn't see any sand on the ground. I didn't see any, beach smell. I didn't smell anything. So I didn't know what happened, and I was just like, I don't know. Is this guy, cheating on me? Is he not? And I actually looked in his shoes to see if there was sand in his shoes. And
was there sand?
No, not one single piece of sand. And I got to tell you, I can't. Look, we have kids. I can't deal with this. I don't think he is. Look, I don't think he is because I know he's faithful.
We're happy to do whatever you want, but if you don't think he is and you have kids, you're going to go an explosive route here to find out.
Right. But
are you sure you want to go that route?
I need to know the truth, Ryan. I need to know.
All right, Elise, hold on 1 sec, okay? 1 sec.
All right.
Is this a good idea?
I don't feel comfortable. She hasn't even talked to him. She doesn't have she has not had.
Not only that, she says she doesn't believe her best friend. We'll get into it and try and figure out what's happening next. We have Elise on the line in El Segundo. She says that her best friend saw her husband on the beach with another woman. But then she tells us when we get her on the phone, I don't really believe my best friend, but I still need to know because we got kids. I got to know. But I've not addressed it with my husband, and I still don't really believe the friend that told me this. Elise, thanks for holding on. You're back on with us. My opinion is this might be a bad idea, but we're going to make the call now. We're going to call your husband, offer him the roses, and see what we can find. I need you to say, Elise, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then his name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Okay. Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
Got it. Be very quiet until we tell him he's on the air. Here we go. Good luck.
Hi, this is Matt. Can I help you?
Hi, Matt. My name is Julia. I'm calling from Jules Blooms. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. So we're a flower shop that services the LA area, and we're offering a really cool promotion right now for local residents. So that's why I'm making this phone call to you right now. It's basically a free dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like. They are free. If you're interested, we can start with the note and get them out by lunchtime today.
Okay. How did you get this number? I'm confused.
Our database is from you may have purchased something online in the last 18 months and opt in to receive promotional things from local vendors.
Oh, okay. And there's nothing attached. I just can order some flowers and that's it?
Yep. It's just a free dozen red roses. And what we hope that if you like our arrangements, you refer us to friends and family down the road, and then you come back as a returning paying customer at some point. But we do this about once a month.
Got it. Oh, okay. Cool. So what do you need?
The name of the person. We can start there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send them to Marlene, which is MARLENE. Lene, Marlene.
Okay, great. And who's Marlene to you? Because we have a bunch of different types of cards. So if it's romantic, we can put like hearts on it, or I love you.
Yeah, hearts would be great. Romantic would be great. Yeah.
Okay, great. What would you like
Hearts
to put on the
would be
card?
How about these flowers don't hold a candle to your beauty?
Matt, your voice is being broadcast on the radio, Matt, and I need you to know that. And I've got your wife, at least I understand is your wife, Elise, on the line. Matt, who is Marlene? Who is Marlene, Matt?
Yeah, who is Marlene, man? Who is Marlene?
What's going on?
Matt, who is Marlene? Can you answer that question? Yes, that's correct. Can you answer? Who is Marlene?
Marlene she's a friend of mine. Friend of mine.
Matt, are you married to the woman on the phone, Elise?
Yeah,
I'm
you?
Married.
Give me a
I'm
break.
married to Elise. That's not the woman on the phone, though. I am. My wife's name is Elise. Yes, and Marlene's a friend of mine.
Regardless of whether, how could that not be Elise? Is this your Matt?
I don't know who that is. Elise is from Germany. She has a pretty thick German accent. That's not Elise. I don't know. Is that Leslie? Is that Leslie? Leslie, is that you?
What?
Okay.
Hello.
You know what? You're still a scumbag regardless. Who's on the flipping phone, man? You're still a scumbag.
What are you
sending flowers?
What are you doing?
You're sending flowers to Marlene? Matt, Marlene, really?
Elise, is your name Elise?
This is of you. What is going on?
Matt,
What is going on?
Elise, is your name Elise?
Okay.
That's not Elise.
No.
That's Leslie.
Well, who's Leslie?
I
nosy
knew
friend.
I would catch you, you scumbag. I knew it.
Wait, why are you catching him, Leslie?
So she's the friend. Leslie's the friend. Leslie's the friend that saw the beach walk.
That's right. And I knew I would catch this guy once and for all. I just knew it. And now everybody's going to know what a cheater you are. A cheater. Cheater.
What are you talking? Look, this is none of your business.
Cheater.
What are you talking about?
Matt, were you on the beach?
My friend and
Look, you know what?
Matt,
I don't know what this is.
Matt, were you on the beach with Marlene?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I got to go.
Leslie, why were you trying to be his wife?
because I know for a fact he's been sneaking around. Okay, I saw him over in Westlake. I've seen him in different locations.
Is Marlene the woman? Do you know if that's the right woman?
I am almost 90% sure that. And, oh, by the way, 3 other women. I know this guy's a snake, and I've been warning her. And I've been.
Let's see. Why are you calling? Why are you doing this? Why don't you tell his wife?
Because she won't believe me. She doesn't believe anything I say. She hasn't believed me since college. To be honest with you, Ryan, she doesn't believe.
But why are
anybody.
Why are you so
involved?
Because she's like a sister
passionately
to me.
involved.
Okay, she's like a sister to me.
It sounds like you don't want her to be with Matt.
No, I don't. You know why? Because he's a cheater. That's why. He's a cheater.
All right.
She's got to know. Sometimes people...
We've exceeded
We should
the time
call
limit.
her, actually. Yeah.
We've exceeded the time limit here, but all right. Thank you, Elise. No, thank you, Leslie.
Thank you, Ryan.
All right.
Wow. I need a minute.
So, just want to make sure that my notes are correct. The woman that wrote to us was pretending to be Matt, the guy's wife, but was really the friend that saw Matt with another woman. And then the friend had seen Matt with other women, and Matt sent the flowers to another woman.
Correct.
And then Matt said, "Oh, that's not my wife. My wife has a German accent."
That's what he said.
But then he did he admit to anything? I got lost.
He knew that was Leslie, and he referred to her as a nosy friend.
Right. So, but Matt is cheating because he was seen by Leslie, and he wrote a note to Marlene, "These flowers don't hold a candle to your beauty."
But it's also wrong that her friend did this.
Well, that's the thing. Let's talk about that.
Now,
is it wrong?
Good Monday morning. Rolling into the end of January. Ryan Seacrest with you. Patty, Tanya, Sissany.
Good morning.
You guys have been very quiet last couple of minutes. Almost
That
in
was a
deep
lot for me.
reflection. So I want to, when Sissy says that was a lot, she's referring to Ryan's roses. This is crazy, and I want to see if I can even explain it, but help me if I get this wrong. We got an email from Elise saying her husband, Matt, was seen on the beach with another woman, and she thinks this because her friend told her, but she doesn't really believe her friend. Turns out it was her friend that was pretending to be Matt's wife, named Elise, but it was really a girl named Leslie.
Correct.
So why did Leslie say about herself, I don't really believe the me in it? Her. So she was playing the role of Elise and said, I don't really believe the friend, but Leslie is the friend, so why would she say that?
I don't know why she said half the things she did or why she lied to us in the first place or why she sent us this email and we went through this. Like, there's so many layers of wrong, like wrong that he's cheating, wrong. I feel bad for the wife, but then also now it's all exploited out. Now all the dirty laundry's out there.
Well, so Matt, the husband, sent the roses to Marlene, another woman, and it was a romantic message. So we know something's going on with the husband anyway. But why was Leslie, his wife's friend, so interested in blowing this all up and doing it this way?
Maybe she has tried to talk to her friend, and her friend only sees the guy through rose-colored glasses, doesn't want to hear it, so she needed to...
At some point, you have to, walk away, though.
Yeah,
That's your
I'm
best
with
friend,
Sissany.
and you know that her husband is cheating on her?
You've told her, and she probably knows it, too, and for whatever reason, she's staying with him. Like, that, you can't force somebody to...
There's something else going on. Her level of interest in this at the decibel, like she was into this, as if it was her own.
Well, because maybe she tried talking to her friend, and her friend was like, I don't believe you, and it ruined their friendship. And so now she has lost her friend, and she knows that the guy's cheating, so now she's just trying to figure it out. I don't know any of this to be true. I'm just speculating. But that would rev me up.
I feel as if she does know that this is going on with Matt, but she really, really has a reason beyond that to not want Matt with her friend.
That's interesting.
I don't think so.
Either way, this wasn't her story to tell.
If this was your
And
best
certainly do
friend,
it like this. But do it like this? No.
Yeah, this is not right.
so how would you want her to do it? Put a tracking device on his car?
Wait, did you see the face that Tanya made when she said that? She said, so how would you want her to do it?
Huh.
Like, what is that face?
Just like a
What is that face?
Like, give me a better option.
No, it was a judgy face. It was a
Inspector
judgy
Gadget.
face. It was a judgy face.
I'm just saying this is something that people come to. I don't know if it would be my first choice either, but to each their own.
If I came to you and I said your boyfriend is cheating on you, and you chose not to believe me, then I would drop it. Like, I wouldn't go onto the radio and exploit your story because maybe for whatever reason
you and Tanya are different. I see Tanya Wood might do that.
Oh, if my best friend was being cheated on and I tried to tell her that and she wasn't listening to me and she was just going on and then she cut off my friendship with her, my best friend, I'd for sure be like, let me get to the bottom of this.
No. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Becca would appreciate
it.
I don't know. There's part of me that's happy I'm not
like in that category.
In that world.
So
you want a friend like me. I could help you.
I have a friend like you. You are you with me.
The point
like, what do you mean want a friend like you? Are we not friends? What is that?
Some people are in denial and they have to figure it out by themselves, Tanya.
I'm just saying I'm happy I'm not
in other people's relationships.
I'm happy I'm not your best friend's boyfriend or something like that. I think that's what I'm happy for.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm one of those.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. This is a public service. If you think someone has cheated on you, and a lot of us think that, but we don't want to admit it. That's the thing, because you don't want to be the fool.
But don't live in fear. Don't go into it thinking...
Ellen, we do not live otherwise.
Oh, It's always fear-based.
So true.
Right? We do not live not in fear.
Is that really what it's like to be single? Are you afraid all the time?
But don't act like you have a mighty superpower.
No, I'm not. I didn't know that there was so much fear.
I just think that in general,
I know
listen,
that you have fear.
Well,
but I didn't know that, Tanya, I didn't know it was common.
we've hosted this show for how many years now?
11 years
11
now,
years.
yes.
Do you not think I would have fear after making all these Ryan's Roses calls?
Yes,
There
but I mean,
is so
there
much
also,
badness.
we could flip it and do the non-roses.
No one would listen to the show.
You're right.
All right, it's time for our public service, Ryan's Roses. Let me get Brandy on the phone. Brandy sent us an email. Brandy said, Ryan and Ellen, I've been visiting a psychic for a few years now, and every time I go, she's always right about something. She once told me my sister was going to get some extra cash. My sister got a promotion 2 days later.
Wow.
Last week, the psychic started giving me details about my husband that you just can't make up. This would worry me. Like, I've thought about going to a psychic. My buddy actually went to a psychic, and we should call Steve. We'll call him later.
Are you okay? Did he go for his love life?
I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
But he told me, I was like, hey, do you want to have lunch over the weekend? He's like, I'm on my way to my psychic. I'm like, okay, bye. And I hung up. I thought, wait, what?
That's such an LA thing, right?
I don't know. No, I think they have them everywhere. We had them in Druid Hills back in Georgia. So last week, the psychic started talking about the husband. Now, that would, I get it, worry you. So she said, the psychic said, your husband has eyes for someone else. He's torn and doesn't know what to do.
Oh, come on.
She's never been wrong, so I'm taking this very seriously. Brandy, how long have you gone to the psychic? How many times, and what's the return rate on the being correct?
Yeah, you know what? I've actually been seeing her for a little over 3 years now, and she's got a pretty good track record going. I mean, for example, before I was pregnant, she told me that I was going to be adding to my family. And turns out that, like, I was pregnant, and she said it was going to be a male, and it was a boy. That's a big one. Like, babies are big ones. So she nailed the baby one. She also, you know, I had a good close friend at the time who she predicted that we were going to have a bit of a fallout. And basically, I had asked my best friend if she could be the godmother of my baby. And she said no, it was too much responsibility. And we actually had a very huge fallout. We're fine now, but she predicted that this was going to be really, really hard.
Now,
Now,
let's not talk about her. What about you and your husband? Are there any other signs?
Well, I mean, he's, you know, it's the typical stuff. He's coming home late. He's on his cell phone all the time. We're not as close. We're not as intimate. It's hard to connect with him. And when she told me that he has eyes for someone else and that, you know, he's torn in his heart, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like my biggest fear coming to life right now. You know?
Yeah,
and
here's the thing. If I'm a psychic, I don't know that I'd be telling you stuff about your husband cheating on you because you may not come back. That's like if you're a psychic, do you filter what you say because you got to keep your business open too? I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're paying for results too, right? You want to know. I mean, hopefully, if they see something coming your way. I mean, we've had friends of mine have gone and they've been, you know, she's done her psychic thing and it's worked. Like, oh, you're going to be in a car wreck, and they were in a car wreck. And
no,
God, I mean,
like
that's
that,
the kind of stuff that I don't know. I mean, I guess that could save someone's life, but let's stick with your husband here. Right. So basically, she has said, "Hey, I feel something that's going on with your husband. I feel like he's got eyes for another woman." That's all we got. That's what we know.
That's all I know is that and I just know that in the pit of my stomach, that's like the biggest fear. And I've been just feeling him pulling away and distant. And when she says that he's conflicted in his heart, like he's torn in his heart, what does that mean? What's that about?
All right. Let me ask you, how long you been married?
A little over 3 years.
Any kids?
We do. We have a little boy.
So I brought Patty in here. Now, Patty's going to ask, who do you want to send some roses to? Find out what's on the card, and we'll see what we can learn. But, Brandy, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
And that's what we're going to do. All right. Now, be very quiet. We want to find out all we can about what's going on in your husband's head. It may be nothing because, the psych. We'll see how credible this psychic is here. All right. Okay. Hang on. Here we're dialing him now.
Okay.
Hello?
May I speak to David?
This is David.
David, hi. My name is Vanessa, and I'm calling from Flowers for Any Occasion on Catella Avenue. How are you? I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for taking my call this early in the morning. I'm actually calling you because you've been chosen to receive a free dozen roses. I'm calling 5 people here in the area, and you're one of them. And I'd like to offer you a free dozen roses that you can send to whoever you want today at no cost to you. All I ask is if you can just go ahead and refer me to your friends and family, and they're completely free.
Wait. So how did you get my number? How did this happen?
I got them through the yellow pages. I don't know. I mean, it seems that your number is it's a public number.
Well, no, that's true. So you're saying when you said free roses, you mean free? Like I don't understand. Like
they're completely. Yeah, I mean, just what it means. They're free. I'm only doing this to 5 customers. They get a free bouquet today only. So it's only for today, and you can send them to whoever you want today. At no cost to you. I'm not asking you for any information. All I ask is just to go ahead and refer me to your friends and family.
Right, so I don't have to give you your credit card number.
No credit card number. It's completely free, including the delivery.
Let me ask you this. I have some friends that I could refer, but I mean, and I'm not going to get like emails or anything. Or
I don't have your email address.
Okay. Well, no, I didn't know if I had to give it at the end.
No. I'm not going to ask you.
Do that. Okay.
I'm only going to ask you 3 questions. It's just a person. Give me the name and address of the person we're going to send them to, and then whatever you want to put on that note.
Okay. The person I want to give them to, and they completely. You're saying, and no matter what, at the end of the conversation, it's going to be completely free, and I'm not going to get any kind of information from you guys.
Not at all.
Okay. So, and you need 3 questions. You need to know who they're for and just the address and what to say?
Correct. I mean, obviously, I need to know who we're going to send the flowers to.
Yeah.
And we can keep you anonymous if you like. You know, you want to surprise somebody. If you want to surprise somebody and
really?
Make them wonder who it could be.
Yeah, that's the thought, Well, I'll tell you what. Send them to my wife, Brandy. That's Brandy with an I. And tell her that her husband loves her.
That's so. You want white or red roses?
Hey, David, it's Ryan Seacrest and Ellen Kay. I want you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio right now.
Hi.
We have your wife, Brandy, is on the phone.
Hi, David.
What's so funny, Brandy?
I'm like, do you have a stuttering problem? Was it so hard to decide that you're going to send roses to your wife?
That's what I was wondering. We don't want to know why were you so hesitant in sending these flowers to your wife?
That's being a little harsh.
It's not being harsh.
It is.
David, what was going on? Why were you so sketchy about sending them to your wife?
Well, I thought I won something for a minute when you called. I wasn't sketchy. It's weird because in this day and age, you don't get anything for free.
Well, you're not getting anything for free here either, but you did hesitate when it came to sending flowers.
But I understand his hesitation. He was hesitant about the whole offer. I don't think it was about who to send them to. I totally didn't hear that in his voice.
I heard what Brandy heard, which was why not step up and probably send him to his wife.
Brandy, Ryan, no, I think you're making things worse.
I thought that they were going to, at the end, say, "Oh, we'll just need a credit card number for information for whatever reason."
Okay, but David, let me ask you something here. I'm just going to cut to this. Okay, there's a reason that we're all together. Brandy went to a psychic. I don't know if you know, she sees a psychic, and the psychic tells her that you have eyes for someone else, and in your heart you're conflicted. Is there any truth? Is there any truth to that?
No, there's no truth to that, Ryan. No. I only hesitated because I figured at the end they were going to bait and switch me, and I really wanted it to be a surprise for her, so I didn't want her to get a heads up that I was going to be sending roses.
But I mean,
Patty said you can send them anonymously, and you said that's a thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's sketchy to me.
I was going to call and surprise her,
All right, David. Are you cheating on your wife?
No.
Okay, well, that's the reason we're on the phone.
Yeah.
Brandy, do you believe him?
I just feel like there's something there that needs to be dealt with, and I don't know what it is.
Are you thinking of another woman, David? Is there someone on the horizon?
Is there anybody else?
Someone captured your heart?
No.
Maybe you're not cheating, but you're flirting?
you've been away. We don't connect. We don't talk. I mean, and she's predicted our son. She predicted my fallout with my friend. She predicted my friend's husband's car accident. I mean, she's got a good track record. So, let's just call it
a lot of those are coincidences. I mean, all my brothers have boys, so, having a son, it's not too far of a stretch.
So, David, do you love your wife and there's no one else?
Yeah, that's true. I love my wife. So that's why I sent her the flowers. You guys, if I was really that, why wouldn't I just send it to somebody else? If I really thought they were anonymous, nobody ever find out, why wouldn't I just send it to somebody else?
Well, because we thought maybe for a second you were going to do that.
So, Brandy, you and your husband here need to sit and look each other in the eye and have a conversation if you still doubt it. But that's the best we can do, okay? I'm going to let you both go. I have a problem with myself right now.
Why? Because you called and did a roses for the psychic.
Exactly. Like we're gonna do what we just did,
right?
And by the way, I had to take it seriously because I actually wanted David to hear my tone because if he had something to fess up to, I wanted to fess up to it. But the fact that we're actually making a call because a psychic said he has eyes for someone else and is conflicted in the heart. Bad on us.
Well, but Brandy said that there were other signs.
But Ellen, I do need to just explore this psychic thing a little bit more. I know that a lot of you and some of my friends subscribe to it, and frankly, I've thought about it myself. But for her to say that and us to then think that he's cheating, it's just not enough there for me.
Okay.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. This email from Liz in Boyle Heights. She says, one of my best friends is a real estate agent, and my husband and I are selling our house. I've been uncomfortable with the amount of time they've been spending together. They always meet about the house when I can't make it, but he can. Then last week he told me that she had been by to go over some paperwork again without me. And to top it all off, I swear our bed has been remade. It's Liz in Boyle Heights. So let's get into this with Liz right now. Liz?
Mm-hmm.
So we just read this email. It sounds like you're going through a tough time.
Yeah. It's really bad.
Yeah. They always meet up?
Yes, and it's always during times when I just can't make it, when I'm not available.
So this is your best friend? One of your best friends, too, that's a real estate agent?
Yes.
So that's uncomfortable. Best friend, real estate agent, and your husband, and you think there's something going on here?
Yeah, because last week he told me that she needed to come over to do some paperwork again without me. And when I got back, I was pretty damn sure that the bed was remade.
Okay, did you address this with her? She's your friend. He's your husband. Have you brought it up?
No.
Why not?
I mean, I brought up the fact that they're meeting when I'm unavailable, and he's insisting that that's a coincidence. And she's saying, that's just how the scheduling is working. They're both pretending like it's not more than a coincidence.
Why are you selling the house?
We're moving to a bigger one.
Okay. How long have you been married?
2 years.
So, Liz, this is a bummer. We want to try and get your husband on the line and offer him some roses, okay? We want to find out who he sends them to and then what he puts on the card.
All right.
All right? Now, I need you to say, Ryan, you've my permission to call, and then whatever his name is, on Kiss FM.
Okay, Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
Let's see if we can't get to the bottom of it, because this is something where you think the proof is they were messing around in your bed, and the bed was remade after they'd used it.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Be very quiet.
Hello?
Hi, Ruben.
Yeah.
Hi, Ruben. My name is Vivian. I'm calling from Blooming Rose Flower Shop. How are you today?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
I'm really good, thanks. We're doing this promo just to get ready for Valentine's Day. We're giving you a free dozen roses to send to anybody that you want. All I need is just a name of the person that you want to send them to and a nice note.
Yeah, sure. I'll send it to my wife, Liz.
I'm sorry, what was her name?
Liz.
Liz? Okay, and what did you want to put on the note?
Just put, I love you, baby.
That's so sweet. And you want red roses?
Yeah, red's fine.
Hi, Hi, Ruben. It's Ryan Seacrest. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that. We have your wife, Liz, on the line. She has asked us to call you, honestly, because she thinks that you're cheating on her.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Yes, your wife thinks you're cheating on her with her friend who's actually listed your home. Is there any truth to that, Ruben?
No, there's none at all. I don't know why she would think that.
Well, you guys apparently meet without her often.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, she has a crazy work schedule, and it just happens to be during those times that she's out working.
Uh-huh. And why does she think that you were in the bed together? Your wife seems to think that the bed was remade. It didn't look the same. Did you get into bed with her friend, Ruben?
No, not at all. She thinks the bed is remade. Okay, yeah, I think she maybe just be working a little bit too hard and not, and paying too much attention to little things like that. That did not happen.
Well, Liz, you clearly do think something's going on. So what gives?
Ruben, you're such a liar. Listen, I don't care that you send the cards to me because I saw you. You hear me? I saw you. I came home and I saw you guys in bed together. You didn't see me, but I saw you, and I got a picture, and I'll send it to you right now.
Wait.
That's news to me.
Wait. No, do not send any pictures. You don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Oh, don't send the pictures, but I'm working too much? I'm the crazy one?
Yes, look.
You have that woman in our bed.
You have no idea what's going on here, okay? I can explain.
I do, and I have a picture. I saw you too.
Liz, where was this? They were in the bedroom, and you have a picture on your phone?
I do.
And when was this?
This was last week.
Well, then, Ruben, if she's got a picture of you with this other woman, you might as well just fess up. Are you cheating on your wife?
I'm not cheating on her.
Well, what are you going to say when she shows you this photo?
Well, it did not happen at all.
Well, look, if there's a photograph, you're not going to be able to deny that it didn't happen. So you might as well just be honest right here. Ruben, did you cheat on your wife with her friend?
Look, I can explain.
It's yes or no.
Everything.
It's yes or no.
But it's not.
It's yes.
Not that simple.
Well, it is that simple. It's yes, I did, or no, I didn't.
Well, it wasn't me. I swear it was not me.
All right.
It's over. It's over. Go cry to your girlfriend. You're never seeing me.
Easy. Hey, easy, guys. We're broadcasting this on the radio. All right, Liz, go show him the proof and see what he has to say then. Ruben, you better get your story straight. All right, I want to let you go. Where'd that breaking news come from? She had a photo. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm very. I feel like if you have a photo, that's your evidence right there. But I guess you just wanted to hear it from him.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. Maggie's on hold. Let me read you this so you're up to speed. It says, Ryan and Ellen, I was supposed to take my son to his soccer game, but instead my husband, he took him and even took my car. I stayed home. After they drove off, a woman knocked on my door. She was wearing a short dress and in full makeup. When I answered the door, she got a stunned look on her face and said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I must have the wrong house." Got back in her car and drove away fast. I could see where this is going. Right. She said it was weird. I told my husband about it, and he had nothing to say. I checked his phone after he went to bed, and I saw a text from a number that said OMG. I know something's up. I want to find out who this woman is. So basically, this woman, if what happened in Maggie's mind is true, he was supposed to stay home. Maggie was going to go to the soccer game. Yeah. This woman was going to come over. Something was going to happen, and this was all going to go down during the game.
Did you ever play soccer as a kid?
Of course.
I'm wondering, how long are those games?
Long enough.
Yeah, okay.
Long enough. Maggie?
Hey.
I'm sorry that you're going through this, but I know exactly what is in your head. In your head is that your husband was going to see this girl while you were at the soccer game.
Yeah.
And this last-minute swap threw off his plan.
That's what I think, because this soccer game, I probably would have been gone for a good solid 5 hours.
That's a game.
Ooh. So just the fact that this woman shows up in my house ready for a date, and I feel like she wasn't at the wrong house. Just how do you do that? She pulled up right behind my husband's car. She knew what house she was at.
But the problem is he took your son. So why, if he's not going to be there, why wouldn't he tell her, hey, change plans?
I have no idea.
I have a question
I
for
don't
you. When the text came in, the OMG text, did it just have a phone number, or was there a name attached to it from the Rolodex?
No, it was just a phone number. It was just a random phone number, and there were no other texts in it. You know, it was just OMG by itself. So I feel like if there were any other texts, he deleted them.
Two paths here. Maybe he tried to reach out to her and he couldn't, and she showed up and something was going to happen, or maybe this is all just a big mistake. Maggie, I'm going to bring Patty in here. How long have you been married?
We've been married for 10 years.
All right. How old's your son?
He's 8. He just turned 8 on Sunday.
We're going to bring Patty in to call your husband. We're going to offer him some flowers and then find out who he wants to send them to and what he wants to write on the card, okay? Because you think something's going down with this woman who knocked on your door and your husband.
Yeah, I really think so.
Have you asked him? Did you tell him what happened? And have you asked him if there's something he wants to tell you about this lady, or if she's real, or if it's for him?
That's the weird thing. I asked him about the woman, and normally, if you knew my husband, he's very talkative. He's extremely opinionated. He's not the quiet type at all, and he didn't say a word. It was like he had nothing to say. It was weird. It was really, really weird and suspicious.
Okay, I'm going to bring in Patty now. So I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever your husband's name is on Kiss FM.
Okay, Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
All right, here we go. Good luck, sweetheart.
Okay, thank you.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Louis?
This is he.
Louis, hi, my name is Patty. I'm calling from Lilies and Whispers. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. I'm actually calling you because today I am giving away 5 bouquets to 5 of my customers for free at no charge, including the delivery. And I would like for you to go ahead and take that offer and send this beautiful bouquet to somebody you love today.
Huh. Okay.
It's no charge to you. I'm not going to charge your credit card. I'm not going to ask you for your credit card or any information.
You said it's for your customers, though. I feel like I don't know who you are, so...
Well, you may have maybe purchased flowers maybe about 4 years ago or a few years ago when this was owned by had a different owner.
Okay. So just like in the database, free flowers?
Yeah, we usually always keep that. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you know what? I better send those to my wife.
I'm sorry?
I should send those to my wife.
You said you should send them to your wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And what's her name?
Maggie?
Great. And what do you want to put on the note?
Love you, Louis.
And do you want red or white roses?
What do you think?
Well, she's your wife. Red.
Red, yeah.
Hey, Louis, it is Ryan Seacrest and Ellen K. I need you to know that your voice is being broadcast on the air right now. Louis? Hello? Are you there? Patty, is he there?
No, he just hung up.
All right. So, Maggie, do you want to call him back? Or I tell you what you should do, Maggie. There's something that I heard on this call. He sent you the flowers, but when he was writing the note, and this is what I would want to ask him. When he was writing the note, he said he should or he better send you the roses. That didn't sound like the right reason to send you the flowers, but what you need to do right now is track him down, find him, ask him for the text phone number that came in, the OMG text that came in, this strange text that came in. Ask him to call that phone number, and if nothing is going on or nothing happened, then he'll give you that phone number. But you need to go and address this with him right now. He hung up for a suspicious reason.
That's what I'm going to do. I feel like that's the only way I just have to know. If he's being honest with me, then he should agree to do that.
Right. I agree. All right. Well, good luck. Thanks, Maggie.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye. It's time for Ryan's Roses.
This says, Dear Ryan, my fiance and I are getting married in October. We don't live together because my mom is not okay with the idea of us living together before marriage. I'm planning on moving into his condo after we get married. The other day, I was at his place to let the carpet guy in. I left the door open while I was putting some dishes away, and some random girl walks in and says, hey, you. Didn't know I was there, didn't see me. I was like, excuse me? She then said, sorry, I thought you were someone else. Really? Stephanie says, really? Who the hell did she think I was? She knew what she was doing and looked way too comfortable just walking in. I don't like it a bit. Stephanie is now on the line. Stephanie, there's two things here. First, I do respect tradition and that your parents don't like the fact that you're living with them beforehand, but it's not practical. You need to live together before you get married. Otherwise, people are different when you live with them. Trust a brother on this.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
I might have scared her off with that. Steph, but I want to know more about this situation. Did you not then ask her what she was doing, why she walked in there so boldly and so comfortably?
Yeah, well, I just, I asked who she was, but she had, just turned around and said, sorry, I thought you were someone else, and kind of just walked out. So I didn't really get the chance to talk to her.
Did you go to your fiance and say, hey, why would this one walk in? See what he said?
Yeah, well, he just acted like he didn't know who she was, so he kind of just played stupid.
I don't like that.
Do you think that he's cheating? Just because she walked in, you think he's cheating on you with her?
Well, honestly, she walked around like she knew her way around, so it just kind of struck me the wrong way. If they didn't know each other, why would she come in so
But she's your neighbor. I mean, she might know how the floor plan is laid out, right? No. She's his neighbor.
Yeah, but I don't think she thought it was her house. So, no. I mean...
And is it not possible that she could be friends with her fiancé?
I mean, possibly, but I felt like he would have let me know who she is by now.
How long have you been together?
For 5 years.
Wow. Hey, Stephanie, did you ferociously interrogate her or just kind of say, get out of here?
Well, no, she just kind of after she... I guess saw it wasn't who she was looking for, she just walked out.
So, I mean, depending on what happens here, this could really affect what goes down in October in terms of the wedding.
Well, yeah, definitely, because we're supposed to be able to trust each other and have communication. And the fact that I just feel like he's lying about this, it really bothers me.
All right, here's what we should do. We're going to call him now. Patty's in here. Patty's going to offer him some roses. We want to find out who he sends them to and then what he puts on the card as well, okay?
Okay.
Okay, good luck.
All right, thanks.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Sam?
Yeah, this is him.
Hi, Sam. Good morning. My name is Patty, and I'm calling from Lulu's Flowers. I'm actually calling you because you've been chosen to receive a free dozen roses today at no charge. I'm also including free delivery to the person you want to send them to. All I need is the name of the person you want to send them to, the note, and the address, and I make sure they get delivered today by 6 p.m.
Oh, okay.
There's no credit card required. All I ask is if you like my service, you just go ahead and refer me to your friends and family.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to go in and do this today?
Sure. I guess it's fine. Yeah. I just need to give you a name.
Name and address, and what do you want to put on the note? So let's start with the name.
Okay.
Who do you want to send them to?
Yeah, to Amber.
Amber, and okay, comes with a note, like I said. So just let me know what you want to put on that note.
Okay. Yeah. Just real simple. Let's talk about this. And then just my name.
Let's talk about this. Sam?
Sam, it's Ryan Seacrest and Alex on 102.7 KISS FM. I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio. Who is Amber? Sam, who's Amber?
That's my neighbor.
Okay, Sam, why are you sending flowers to your neighbor that say on the card that you need to talk about this? What do you need to talk about? And aren't you engaged, bro?
I'd really rather not talk about this.
I get it. Believe me, I understand it. But what are you sending flowers to another woman named Amber, who's your neighbor, saying, let's talk about this? What is that about? Talk about what?
Well, there's something, just like a neighbor situation between the two of us, and she is doing me a favor, and so I wanted to send her the flowers as a thank you for the favor, and this would be referring to that favor that she's doing for me.
Has this woman ever been in your condo?
I mean, maybe. She's my neighbor.
And what was she maybe done in there?
Sometimes I have Super Bowl parties and Oscar parties and Halloween parties. I like parties, and I think she may have come over to borrow some stuff, once or twice.
And did she ever use anything instead of borrow while she was in there?
Yeah, I can't really remember if she's used anything.
Did she ever make herself comfortable?
She may have sat down for a cup of coffee, once or twice.
Yeah. All right. Well, I want you also to know that your fiance is on the phone with us right now. Stephanie's on the line, and she's really suspicious about what you're doing. A lot of hemming and hawing going on here. You sound nervous. You sound like you're reaching for answers. She thinks something might be going on with you and your neighbor. You clearly sent flowers to her instead of your fiance. What's going on? She thinks you're cheating on her.
If she's our neighbor, why are you sending her flowers? If she's just our neighbor.
Are you cheating on your fiance with Amber?
No, I'm not cheating on my fiance. Well, I don't have to answer any of these questions.
No, you don't, and I wouldn't.
Honestly, you do. If we're going to get married in October, you do have to answer these questions, and I have to know that I could trust you.
Honey, you can trust me.
But it sounds fishy.
Why did you talk to me? Why did you involve a radio station?
Sending our neighbor flowers. I mean, that's a big deal.
I was just trying to be nice.
Stephanie, do you believe Sam? Do you believe that he's not messing around?
Honestly, no, because this is the first I'm hearing of her, and it's just like if you guys were just friends, I think I would know about her. The fact that you've been so secretive about this, I just don't trust you.
All right, listen, Sam, I don't know that I believe you. I'm going to put you guys both on hold here for a second, and we'll come back. And I don't know that I believe Sam
at all, like not even a little bit.
But he's got to be days or weeks away from his actual wedding. The fact that he's not sending flowers to his fiance, crazy.
I feel so bad for her.